I started out as a filmmaker, or I studied filmmaking because I wanted to make film for theater. But then I started to call myself new media artist. But then again, new media artist also implies that you do a lot of like animations or 3D renderings, but I'm more into combining analog things with video. So I would now say I'm like a movement artist. I like moving images, but also movement as with motors and like physical movement, and that combine that with digital movement. But I don't know the word for it yet. Behind me is like it's like an entity. It's actually the second dancer of the show. It's the set who became something organic and started to be part of the movement of the show, and it transforms during the whole show. Technically it's motors, stepper motors who have ropes on it, so it's a lot of rope, and it's pulling two wires on separate heights to make it move very softly. It's very silent motors that have an acceleration, deceleration to make it an organic movement. And behind that there's a projector with a special shutter that has a DMX curve, so we can have two separate things, so it can be open or it can have like a filter in front, so that we can use the projection also as a light source and not only as a projection source. Like it started out with her, she had a very clear idea of what the show is about. So we talked a lot about what the show is about, and then she had a dialogue also by movement. Like she was moving on stage to experiment with. There's a lot of improvisation in the first moment. So like she was moving, I said, oh, hold it, I project something else, and we did some body mapping to see what's possible. We did some experiments to see what's possible. I would try to put in some new technologies. She would combat that with some other movements, and then we said, oh, maybe this is better with this. So it's actually a constant dialogue of movement, technology, to see what is the best thing for this particular idea. But my thing is to find ways to use technology in a different way. And my personal approach is to always take one step back. So that's a technology that's been there for some couple of years, and that you can use in another way, so that the knowledge is there and I can just take the knowledge and make it my own. So I use Isadora as a time frame to make all different aspects of a show be linked together and synced together, so that everything moves in the same direction, and that movement on stage and movement in video and movement in sound all go where they need to go at the same time to have like a big synergy of elements.